Hi, my name is Andrew Mesrich. I'm our strategic account manager here at Douglas Machine. Today I'm going to walk you through some of our automated changeover offerings on our case packers. So the reason we're automating the changeover on this machine is our customer has very high volume lines with very little extra capacity. So every minute of uptime is very important to them. Some things that people run into during a changeover is accuracy issues. You may have somebody put something not quite in the right place, where you automate it. That doesn't happen. It ensures it's right every time, shaving off valuable time off your changeover. The other thing that it does is it eliminates the need for change parts. Another thing for a customer to keep track of, things that can get lost. So this is all in the name of just increasing uptime for the customer. So I will walk around the machine and show you a number of these points. There are a lot of points that we have automated. So I'm going to hit some of the ones that are a little more difficult. First thing that we do have here is our automated changeover screen. You can see all of your different axes right here where their positions are. You can teach things home. You can adjust positions. That's all conveniently located right in the HMI. Very intuitive for your maintenance and users. One part of a wraparound case packing machine that does have a lot of adjustment points is the magazine. Anytime that you change the size of the corrugated blank, it requires you to change the different guides and holds in the magazine. One way that we're doing that is by using stepper motors and screw systems to be able to move things in and out, up and down. Some of the more difficult points to automate traditionally have been things like setup arms that have to be moving at a very, honestly, sometimes a pretty high velocity, and keeping the weight down and making sure that things are designed in such a way that they can still be robust but yet still be repeatable. Our solution here was to use a linear actuator tied to these setup arms, and we mounted it such that its center of gravity is right near the rotation point, so you don't have a whole bunch of inertia while you're running at 50 cases per minute. Another thing that this eliminates is the need to be in here trying to adjust a kip handle and reading a scale, making a very finite adjustment in an area that maybe doesn't have the best access. Looking at the automated changeover that's widely available on the market today, people typically have the rotational adjustments automated. It's a pretty easy thing to do. One thing that tends to get overlooked are linear adjustments. Even if they're just a small move, usually you have to find a way to mount, things that are even bigger than the changeover point itself. So getting creative in how we utilize motors and linear points is a benefit as well. We're actually using this camera system to verify a GCAS number. So we're actually verifying that the operator in fact loaded the correct box into the magazine. So that is tied to the recipe. So if they go and try to start this machine, that's gonna fault the machine out if it's not reading the right number. We're doing the same thing in a similar fashion with verifying date code and barcode information after they code on the case on the way out, so you can't mix and match your materials incorrectly. Aside from what we would call the main portion of the machine, the part that actually does the box forming and loading, we also can automate the adjustment points on our infeeds. So anything from position flags to actual whole assemblies of metering belts, they're tied to stepper motors and Acme screws to be able to move them up and down based on the recipe. We also automate the width of our in-feed conveyor as well based on the size of the product.